States. I'm sure you could probably, if you knew the website, could get it somewhere, but I didn't even know he had a reality
Well,
show
that's
going
when he was over in London putzing around with the filming, and they said, was he diddling and daddling? You know what I'm saying? The way I said Mauricio likes to diddle and daddle. Was PK diddling and daddling? We don't know. We don't
on.
know. Call some investigator to find out, because that's interesting. I guess since we're still on RHOBH,
Oh
what do you
gosh.
think of this? You'd have to refresh my memory because I read them all where Crystal's Minkoff, the troll or dummy account, whatever you want to call it, was not Crystal, came for Anna Marie, and Anna Marie thought she was fighting with the real Crystal and clapped back. And then I guess the real Crystal blocked her. Don't you know anything about this little spat?
Well, it's a now deleted post. Anne Marie responded to a parody account which brought up sexual assault allegations against her husband, Marcellus Wiley, as well as accusing him of being transphobic. False allegations against these athletes are easy, Anne Marie said. A terrible take, even when defending her husband. Anyone with actual money knows that, she continued. Another terrible take, as Crystal recently revealed her coconut water company was worth $100 million. Now, um, I wanted to get the actual
She
whole
also said something
uh,
like, worry about your own husband lying, King, like Lying King. I thought that was kind of funny, kind of clever. No offense,
see,
Crystal. Kind of
this is
funny.
so I love this. This is the this is whole Anne Marie's post to Crystal, even though it was a fake account.
Anna Marie, yes.
Anna Marie. Anna Marie writes, false allegations against athletes are easy. Anyone with actual money knows that. You worry about your husband, the lying king, Lying, as you mentioned,
It's
and
funny.
your brother. And then she had a fingers crossed and snow. So I'm assuming is that he's doing coke.
I mean,
That matter?
when you see a snowflake, honey, there's only when you're given shade, there's only one thing I think of, and it's the
Well,
white powder that goes up your nose.
I think of young people who are snowflakes now in their, 22 years
Oh,
old. They are also snowflakes.
oh,
Oh,
precious little snowflakes. Okay.
little snowflakes, yes. Oh,
Yes.
and that video of you blurting out the N-word getting out, fake woke racist.
Anna Marie ain't playing.
Right, she isn't, except for it was a fake account, and she clearly came hard thinking that was the real Crystal.
And then didn't Crystal block her after that?
Yes, yes.
Didn't go
Uh,
well.
it didn't go well, but, it's Anna Marie put it out there, so you do have to wonder, well, where's this, N-word video, and how does Anna Marie know that? Is that from one of the 14 friends?
And I think Crystal does have real money now. Is there something else you want to tell us, Anna Marie? This Anna Marie, man, she's coming into a whole second life after leaving the show. Someone get a camera back on Anna Marie.
I
You know
I
how
I
I
I
feel.
liked her. I liked Anna
I
Marie.
liked her. I
I
liked
like
her.
a smart woman on the show, even though she's not a doctor of anesthesiology. She is very smart. I love a smart woman on the show. But on TBD, not happening now.
A TBD. Yeah, and I agree. It's gonna start filming soon. Hopefully, I'm excited for Beverly Hills. It is officially my favorite franchise. We all know how I feel about many of the other franchises. Oh, before we move on, I just gotta
Huh?
say, I've been putzing around this weekend with the villa, that Vanderpump villa over on Hulu.
Oh, what are your thoughts? Because I would say a lot of our fans and listeners are consuming and watching, and a lot of people seem to really like it. And to be quite frank, everybody seems to have moved on from Vanderpump Rules. Like people are over it. They feel the season is so dark now.
I just think it's not a good sign when we watch a Vanderpump Villa and we say there's just so much out there, interesting TV that's not the same old tired formula. I just did on Patreon this past weekend this is the beginning of the end for Andy, it's the beginning of the end for Bravo. I was pretty harsh, but I was very honest. So I'm just happy to be positive about something. Yeah, you watch a show like this and you're like, it's just the way it's shot is different. I have to tell you, this ain't Vanderpump Rules where Vanderpump pops in. You're getting a lot of Lisa. You're almost getting as much Lisa as we got on RHOBH. I mean,
Oh,
Lisa is on the show. She is involved. She has scenes. She's calling aside this one, and this one's crying. I mean, Lisa is there. You see Lisa Vanderpump on air a lot. So the way it's shot is different. And it's just like, it's such a novel look. I don't know how my good friend Patty is doing on the CW, but we have the show I was on, Millionaire Matchmakers, rebranded to Matchmakers. So like to me, Vanderpump Villa is just like, it's like a novel. It feels new and wow. It's kind of like a great idea because you still have the same Lisa. So I'm enjoying it myself. I'll be honest with you. I'm shocked at how much I'm
get it.
lightheartedly enjoying it. So, whereas I'm not enjoying Housewives, I'm enjoying this. So I recommend it.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. Oh, and by the way, Christina Applegate, just to close out Beverly Hills, has admitted that she was
Oh,
offered the role years ago.
yes, yes, yes. What did you make of this? I'm sure it was in an interview. I can't remember the actual source, but yes, she said a decade ago, I believe by Alex Baskin, was approached to do the show. And I can't believe, I guess maybe they didn't end up picking her or she said no. And now she and Alex reflect on that and they're so thrilled because she goes, I told you, wouldn't I be the most boring housewife? And he's like, yeah, you would have been terrible. So she says she doesn't go out. She's never been I can relate to her actually more than ever. Because now I, although
Really?
actually I'm
Oh,
going out on Tuesday to a live podcast recording.
excuse
So, yeah. So, I mean, I'm out and about in LA, and so are you. Miss Yontif loves to say, "Oh, I'm staying in and ordering 4 pizzas." He's never home. He's never you know,
excuse
you know,
me.
if you showed up to his house, they wouldn't have seen him in 2 days. He is out on this town like you wouldn't.
Ah,
Anyhow.
yesterday brunch. I had brunch at Butcher Baker Candlestick Maker.
Oh,
Have you been there in
yes.
WeHo?
Yep, that's a good spot.
Love.
I know I saw you. I think you were out with your friend that you've been friends with for a year, apparently. He's very handsome. Actually, maybe.
Oh, that friend. No, yes, that friend, but this was someone different. I guess we
So,
get that sometimes.
a lot. Anyhow,
But that's what
he
Applegate
seems
said.
boring. Yeah, Applegate. I mean, that would have been. I love when they mix Hollywood. I mean, we can talk. I could do a whole podcast episode on now Lisa Rinna because to me, I have
Wow.
news for Miss Bethany Frankel for Luann. I believe Rinna may be the greatest post housewife ever with what she's doing.
Talk to me.
You want to talk about it now?
Let's talk about it right now because I'm again, let me just start by saying, I always say this. This is a time in one's life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. Sometimes you last one season, sometimes you last 8. I was on board from day one. No, I mean, they also asked Jenny Garth. I had on my podcast. She's like, yeah, I've been asked. I think but she's like, I would never do it. I'm very private. I think every actress at some point that's, on that not A list. I mean, Nicole Kidman is not going to join the